How can we get the world to change? This is a really good question, and it assumes that when we look around at the world, we see that there is something wrong, that it's not the way we think it should be. And I agree with this. If you look around, you see war, injustice, poverty, famine, sickness, so many things that just don't seem right. And closer to home, if we look at ourselves, if we look internally, we know that something just isn't right. We see greed and anger, our selfishness, these things that lead to broken relationships. And really, it just doesn't seem that this is the way things should be. It seems that there is a better way. And so for me, this question raises another aspect of things, and that is the aspect of hope. Is there hope that things can change? Well, there are several answers to this question. And one of the ways that leading scientists and thinkers would tell us that things can change is through our human endeavors. Things are just going to get better and better as we grow in our understanding of the world and develop more technology. We can build better buildings and safer cars and discover new medicine. And ultimately, this will just set everything right. It'll bring the change that we want to see. Listen to the words of Gus Speth, who is the chief advisor to the White House on matters of environment and climate change. The top environmental problems are selfishness, greed, and apathy. And to deal with those, we need a spiritual and cultural transformation. And we, as lawyers and scientists, don't know how to do that. It's interesting to me that Gus Speth picks up on the problem of the human heart, essentially, because this is exactly the diagnosis that the Bible gives us. It tells us that the problem is the human heart, that it's corrupt and that it's broken, and we need something outside of us to come and fix us. I love the words of the Bible when it says, we don't do the things that we want to do, and we keep doing the things that we don't want to do. And that has been my experience and the experience of so many people that I know. But here's the Christian hope, is that God sees this, and God sees our brokenness and sees our desire for change, and He too has that desire. So He Himself comes into the story and infuses Himself into it, giving us the ability to have a new heart. He actually gives us that new heart, is what the Bible tells us, so that our desires would be changed. And so here's the question. Can the world change? Well, I think it can. But maybe, would you think, does that change start with you and I?